In today's program, we will learn the details of the origin of hair pigment and how to undertake in this segment.
My name is Igor Ramon. I have a background in chemistry and I am 43 years old. I work in the cosmetic industry. I have been in the cosmetics field for 12 years, but before working in cosmetics, I came from the industrial sector, so I have a background in industrial chemistry and a specialist in cosmetology. Kamaleão was born, and it's a very interesting story because I never thought I would have the opportunity to have my own industry, my own company. I used to work for others. I came from the industry, worked at Botanitinha, Ciclin, came from the cement area, worked in a pharmaceutical lab, was a supervisor at Minuano, and God gave me the opportunity to start working in cosmetics, an area I identified with. In college, I made cosmetics to sell and earn money with my wife, Christiane, who is also a chemist and has been by my side throughout this entrepreneurial journey. And when I had the opportunity to start my own business, I was already working at a cosmetics company where I developed a very famous brand here in Brasilia, which is an international brand. I created the entire product line for it. I took a coloring course and met a person who is now my partner, Emerson. He was a technical manager in the industry and had successfully set up his own business. His story touched my heart and inspired me to follow a similar path. I saw in him someone just like me, and his achievements motivated me to pursue my entrepreneurial dreams. However, it was only the initial spark at that time, just the mere possibility of it. Throughout the years, I began to work and came up with an idea to create vibrant products for the brand that I was employed by. And this line of colorful products was I do a lot of international research. In Europe, the use was very high, and I thought, oh, let's do it. I showed the ideas to brand managers. They said, it's crazy. I think this will work in Brazil. Brazilians don't dye hair in colors. And I kept that in my heart. I said, okay, that's fine. If they don't want it, I'll develop it for myself. I think it's really cool. I believe in the project. Researched project for 2 years, created name Kamaleão, because kept thinking someone who changes hair a lot is what? A chameleon? That's where Kamaleão Color's name came from. During the creation of this product, I aim to develop a product with a distinctive feature. And what's the difference? Firstly, people who dye their hair often complain it dries out their hair too much. So the hair would get very dry. So I developed a product that, besides coloring, moisturizes. Today I claim it hydrates more than it colors. Why? Because the product's base is so good that hair hydration is very significant. He moisturizes hair while coloring. It's a product different from regular dyes. Why? You possess the permanent dye today, which is a dye that necessitates hydrogen peroxide to attain the color. You have a semi-permanent, which is a toner. It's a type of pigment. You have to use hydrogen peroxide many times to achieve the color. And our product is a coloring mask that I call a pigmentation mask or colored conditioner, because the hair needs to be bleached or in a light shade to fix the color. The pigments are very large, so they do not interfere with the hair structure, but they adhere to the structure. We developed a color fixative that adheres the color to the hair and can last for up to 20 washes. He has a special shine. When you put it in the pot, it shines. What is this shine? I could use glitter. Glitter is cool, but it's a plastic that contaminates the environment. Will lead to environmental pollution. What actions did we take in response to this issue? Uses mica. Mica is a sand. It gives a special shine to the product and does not contaminate the environment. Putting all these concepts together, Kamaleão was born, which was 7 colors and a brand. Color names, big differential. My daughter was young, watched movie Rio, choosing names of colors. Rio opening happened. Thought, wow, my colors will be green, blue, yellow, boring, right? Not funny. When I saw the opening of movie Rio, Blue Macaw, I said, wow, that's my blue, canary is my yellow. All our color names today have animal names. So it is a significant differential that we have brought the essence of Brazil, the Brazilian identity, through our diverse fauna to our vibrant colors. Today we have 50 plus colors, so many shades that I can't remember the names, but there are a lot of shades. And that was cool because that's where Kamaleão started, right? I had 30,000, an imported car that I sold, 7 colors, and a little box under my arm. And what did I do? I said, man, where am I going? I'm going to Porão do Rock in São Paulo. It's not Porão do Rock, it's Galeria do Rock in São Paulo. That's where all the shops are. I said, I'm gonna succeed. I'll get there, introduce Kamaleão, everyone will want it. Galeria do Rock has multiple floors, so for the knowledgeable. I began from the ground to the top. I managed to get not from all the shopkeepers. So I would knock and say, hey, I'm launching these products. Then they would say, no, we're not interested. This brand is not known. And we can't sell this type of product. It's regulated. I said everything is regulated by Anvisa, all in order. And I didn't get a no from everyone. So I came back from São Paulo, a huge failure, but still hopeful because there would be a fresh start. I said, wow, going to Brasilia, what did I know how to do? I knew how to do what my bosses did, sell to distributors. I said, I'll sell to retailers, to distributors. I went there, knocked on Brasilia too, on all distributors and retailers, and once again got a no from everyone. So you imagine resigning from a good paying job, selling the imported car you had, taking your family out of the comfort of your home, and moving to an improvised place, and your wife says, no, I will help, I will support if needed. So you are surrendering. At that moment, I felt loneliness, fear, sat in the food court and said, God, I do not accept this. I desire in the next year to be in that thing with the best booth. And I said, I need a way. That's when God touched my heart and said, start selling online, it's the key. Commenced online sales. Facebook was experiencing growth. I began participating in discussion groups, sharing Kamaleão's narrative and promoting the product. And people started asking, and what did I have? I had 7 colors in the products and another stock of products. So what did the person do? The person would call, send a message, I would call and ask for the product. I was totally inexperienced. Hence, when someone placed an order for a product, I did not have a box to wrap it in. And I didn't have money to buy boxes either. What did I do? I would go to the pharmacy near the corner of my house, wait for them to finish restocking, and put the boxes on the sidewalk. I'd take the medicine boxes, bring them home, and there I'd assemble my orders to send to my customers. In the initial 3 months, it was great. As the customer ordered, I'd hurry to the post office, put together the small box, and deliver it to send the receipt code, showcasing efficiency. After 3 months, I couldn't take it anymore because I was still running 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day. And then the volume started to grow. And I needed to hire my first employee, Luana. She's called O1, she's been with us at Kamaleão until now. And we began this work there of assembling the orders, advertising on the web, and selling. So we're a company that was born on the web, a digital native. And I don't know if you noticed, but I'm bald. This is very important because I am not the face of the brand and I don't dye hair. So I faced a lot of resistance because of that. But what was I doing? I started selling and asked the person used it, liked it. Oh, can you send a photo? Can I post it? And I started posting on Instagram. Today, we have over 600,000 followers. We grew organically. So we had organic growth because Kamaleão Color was born to be the face of people. I joke that from the beginning, I always posted and wrote Kamaleão Color, coloring the world. Because our dream was to color the world since the beginning when Kamaleão was created. So all my posts were Kamaleão Color, coloring the world. Today, Kamaleão is coloring the world, an international brand. Throughout this journey from my parents' garage to the present day, the company has grown, evolved, and we now have over 80 employees. Today, we are no longer just that small room operating. We have 3 factories currently in operation. There are 2 factories located in Brasilia, and another factory is currently under construction. We also have a factory in Bahia that I purchased in partnership with that friend of mine who supported and encouraged me. When the pandemic hit, he experienced a crisis and said, "Igor, I'm going to sell the factory." I said, "No, let's work together, I'll help you," and we formed a partnership. So the permanent coloring factory, which has always been my dream, we also achieved. We are growing and evolving. We are already setting up a nutraceutical factory and expanding into various areas. Today, Kamaleão is not just a hair product and not just colored hair. We develop products. We have already developed products for recognized international brands. We also work in the area of skin and body with several other brands like Well With Me, Vegan Panto. So we have a line of products for maintenance and tattooing. So today we have over 300 SKUs, which are more than 300 products that we have launched. In this year alone, we introduced 60 new products. Some of the products we launched include a line of Shine Bath, designed to enhance the shine of people's hair. We launched our permanent hair dye, which was the big dream. So everything that Kamaleão has been working on and developing, it is all developed with people in mind. These are all products that we have a very strong philosophy about, which we do not compromise on here. They are products of extreme quality. We do not test on animals. We do not use anything of animal origin, so all of our products are suitable for vegans. We now have a cosmetovigilance department where anyone in the country or the world who uses our product and experiences any type of allergy or allergic reaction can contact us. We have a doctor who will contact that person. And if necessary, he schedules an appointment at the location. So we do everything thinking about people. We ensure that we take care to create a product that not only brings a better quality of life, but also is functional. Working with things is working with self-esteem. We receive many testimonials from people saying, "Wow, my self-esteem was renewed by dyeing in color." So I see that like Kamaleão Color, besides coloring the world, also brings happiness. When we are going to produce, there are some very important phases. I think the main phase is the raw material reception, where we do a complete evaluation of the raw material. Approved raw material is sent to the stock. When this product is in stock, we generate a production order. This production order is controlled both by the laboratory, which handles quality control, and production. Today, Kamaleão has over 50 colors. And how did this come about? We understand that the person wants to have their color, wants to have their identity. We have partners with specific colors. For example, the girl from the chessboard only wears yellow exclusively. Lily exclusively wears flamingo, one of our top-selling colors, designed for redheads, is her favorite choice for clothing. So, we have some things that give identity to people. Today, Kamaleão, we operate a lot in the colored hair market, but we wanted to expand because we understand that color, which is our main business, is present in everything. So the people who used to say, "I have brown hair," wanted to dye my hair too. Today we also have brown colors. So we have black, just black. There are 3 different types of black, each with a different result. So I believe it becomes simpler for the individual to identify themselves, to discover their color, to find their segment. The permanent dye that we recently launched reinforces this because it brings high quality to the process of coloring. The individual does not need to do the entire hair color. She only dyes the roots of hair that are white or bleached and performs color maintenance using our products. So that hair that is weak, brittle, won't suffer as much. We also take care of that. The people, we have people who are fanatical about our colors. For example, we have flamingo, which is a color that people talk about a lot. Foxes, capybaras, shades of red, pink dolphins. We have a pony and our pony is pink because everyone has their own animals, right? Then people say pink pony. Then I said everyone has the pony they want. Mine is pink. It comes from that pony car commercial that used to be on TV. I asked for a little pink pony, and I said my pony is going to be pink. So each color was created from a story, right? So we have each color with a specific effect, which gives a special glow, gives a different reaction. It's really cool. And the person can create their own color. They can mix and play and create their own color too. Our product line consists of vegan products. They have features. They are not tested on animals. There is no animal origin. Dermatological tests are conducted. We are very concerned about this. The entire product line is dermatologically tested, exactly to avoid any type of reaction in the client. And it has environmental concern. Environmental concern today extends beyond just having a vegan product. Having a vegan product is cute and easy to discuss. Now, your concern makes a difference. For instance, the sewage treatment process we have in place today in our industries is carried out using a tamflop, which is a product derived from the sap of a tree. So this sap is added to the sewage. It aggregates the waste in that location. It is a technology that is extensively used in Japan. We brought this technology I researched at the university long ago. Our sewage treatment is also a differentiating factor. All the cardboard generated, all the material generated here is recycled. So we collect and commercialize. What do we use this marketed value for? The end of year party for the employees. So we spend the whole year saving up. So Kamaleão is a large family. We contemplate extensively about it. We strive to treat individuals here in the same manner as we treat our own families. It is about caring, protecting, and serving. The dermatological tests conducted today are either an in vitro test, which is done in vitro, or an involuntary dermatological test as well. It is important to have the involuntary test because usually there are 60 people, 70 volunteers who undergo this test, and it is a test monitored by doctors. The doctors monitor the entire testing period. And one test that we also do, which is crucial, is the color fading test. We have specific products, for example, a colored conditioner. His role function is to color the hair of a blonde woman who wants to add a little something for a party or club without changing her hair color. We have pigmented masks that will last from 5 to 20 washes and the conditioner from 1 to 5 washes. We've introduced the shine bath. What's a gloss treatment? Someone using the product frequently to maintain hair color. Oh, I chose red, but I don't want to paint every 15 days. Use it like a regular hair conditioner to maintain hair shine and color. So, we do everything thinking about hair maintenance, treatment, and quality, and the beauty of the strand, right? Production matters. How does it work at night? We don't work with big raw material stocks, only pigments. Our pigment stock is a large pigment stock because today we buy pigments from all over the world. Same suppliers as L'Oreal are our suppliers, same suppliers as Avella are our suppliers. So we look for the best available in the market and stock up on it. But the products we use in our daily lives, we work with just in time. Our stock is very small. We plan our production, and usually the raw materials are supplied throughout the week and are already being used in the following week. So we need special control. I no longer work alone, thank God. Now we have a team of engineers behind us, over 12 people. Leading this complex management, we'll observe how it works on the factory floor. And it's a source of pride to showcase our internal creation that was developed in-house. A methodology we devised here is where we have real-time control over the entire production process. When we are going to produce, there are some phases that are very important. I think the main phase is the raw material reception, where we do the whole evaluation of the raw material. Approved raw material, it goes to the stock. This product in stock, we generate a production order. This production order is controlled both by the laboratory, which handles quality control, and production. We have an engineer in charge who is an S in this unit, and we have Enrique in the other unit. With this order, production of the product starts. Our production is speedy. Most of our equipment is automated in this facility. We measure the raw materials, the hot and cold stages of the product. Then we proceed to the filling process, boxing, And finally, the product is transferred to the warehouse for storage. Here we have a central warehouse, so everything that is produced comes to the temporary warehouse, which is the factories, and then is transferred to our product distributor, which is the central warehouse. In the specificity of producing a product with different colors, different transactivity, some things are important. Tank cleaning is important because one color can contaminate another. So we always start from a lighter color to a darker one, ensuring there is no reaction. We have this concern. We have dedicated tanks that are for certain specific products, for example, white products. Only in this factory where we are here, it only produces colored parts. We have a factory solely dedicated to white products from our line. She manufactures colorful products, but it is a dedicated line, and she is more focused on white products. So, to avoid contamination, what is another thing that we take special care of? We need to clean and qualify before starting production. So everything that is produced is tracked. So there's concern. Product quality issue. How is this control carried out? All our products, when created, undergo a study, which I'll show you in the lab. That's a stability study of this product. We have a climatic chamber that simulates the product's stability. So Anvisa has a methodology for that. And we, throughout the entire product's shelf life, analyze the product. Back here we have a room, behind this image here, called the retention room. Everything that is produced is stored here. This product is stored during the entire validity period, in addition to an extra 2 years. So if there's any problem in the market, we have a batch to assess. And in the lab, we perform accelerated stability testing every 3 months. So, we take special care of that. Our climate chamber, which I joke about, is a special case because it has a pharmaceutical laboratory that it doesn't have. She pours water on the product, heats it up, cools it down. She simulates the transportation in the truck, we program her. Yeah, it's really fascinating. Our storage policy here, where we have mainly the FIFO part, which is where the product that arrives in stock. We are always sending the oldest ones, and we thankfully have a very high turnover. Since we have a scheduled production, we also have a scheduled sale, and we were able to stabilize this to a great extent. Today, our big challenge is international. So as Kamaleão is going abroad, we have now conducted validation in Europe, which covers the entire European Union, and typically the expiration date of our products is 24 months. Now we've reached 36 months. With full control, product stability, and high quality raw materials, we ensure the product quality. Our evolution is due to these factors. And now that we've started selling in the United States, selling in the European Union, the shipping time is only 3 months if it goes by ship, so we take all this care. And so it's a great challenge. But who knows, God bless us, maybe we also develop a new factory, a factory in the US, in our dreams. We do all the product stability testing here. He does it in bed, so it's a special camera, we can control everything. Very interesting. Greetings, ladies. Here are the ladies who aid me in the process of product creation, is that correct? Maira and Carol handling development, the lab and everything. Here's the thing I mentioned, where we get the raw material. It came from here. The team already created the identity. It expires, it will be released, sampled with yellow. When it's released, we use green. Packages just arrived now. Here is the new unit of Kamaleão. It's a factory that we are setting up. It's a factory prepared to produce 18 tons per day. My brother, who is also my partner, Rainer, handles manufacturing. He's been with me from the start. and is in charge of weighing and production. And we developed this new factory where we have all the water treatment, the hot part of production, and 3-ton reactors, 2 and 3-ton reactors here. We'll have a high production volume, mainly focusing on the international market. They say it's for selling in large volumes to the market we're entering. With the growth, Kamaleão set up a carrier, which is under the Research and Development division. We have a company called R&D Tiempo, which includes the carrier part. The carrier is our own, so the carrier's employees are ours as well. Why is that? Because we cared. As we are far from São Paulo, the commercial hub of Brazil, we faced a challenge. We used to send products to customers in São Paulo, but it took too long. When it arrived, everything was handled carelessly. Boxes arrived torn and goods were disorganized. So we thought, why not find a better solution? Let's establish our carrier. We purchased a small truck and commenced with a small truck. At present, we possess a fleet of vehicles, including the large trucks, and we initiated production and delivery operations. So we take the finished product and bring back raw materials. So we have this flow that we have control over from the beginning. We take the finished product, bring the raw materials, and we are able to expedite our negotiation. What are our challenges? I think the main challenge is management, because one thing is to have machines, another thing is to have people. And having knowledge of how to handle individuals is significantly more intricate than merely operating a machine. And what does the management of any company involve today? It goes through the financial well-being of the company. A company today that does not have financial health, it cannot succeed. And thanks to God, once again, I have my wife who has supported me from the beginning. She doesn't need to. She passed 5 public exams, chose where she wants to work, now works at the court, at the TRT, but during the pandemic, she came to work with me and organized the house. Christian is the one who takes care of the financial aspect and makes everything happen. I joke because I am a creative guy, but I am disorganized like most creatives. And this part of financial management, company management, working with a solid company, not mixing your personal money with company money, having your salary your pro rata, is that you have the company's profit, but knowing how to manage that and invest. For example, everything we built, you will be able to see, was built with our own resources. Throughout our journey of nearly 7 years, we have never had any bank financing to do anything. It was all accomplished using resources that we ourselves generated. During this year, we funded the equipment and acquired vehicles for our expansion, while also ensuring we had some money in cash as a backup. So, all of this is done by her. She is the one who makes the magic happen to make the gears work. Kamaleão is the brand, but we possess the factories. Each factory belongs to us, has its own autonomous unit, and within these autonomous units, we have certain principles that guide our operations and decision-making processes. Since I was an employee, I always missed working for a company that had health insurance, that had something extra. And here we have this. From the start, I've always been focused on providing the top health plan for employees. So today our employees have the best health plan in the market. Additionally, we have all the individual protection equipment, PPE, safety equipment. We have occupational health that comes, inspects, and supervises. If there's a specific need for a PPE for someone, we provide it. This is fundamental for us, we don't compromise on this. Furthermore, we provide a pleasant environment. We possess a restaurant. This is the place where an individual can come to have their meal. We possess a rest area where the individual can have their rest. So, we ensure to have a pleasant environment too. Obviously, it is a factory, it involves production, it entails intensity, it includes pressure, it is a part of the business, and we appreciate that. So it's this everyday adrenaline of running, of being accelerated, but we are very concerned about people's well-being. I genuinely treat everyone here as I would like to be treated. We are aware that we do not always please everyone, but we make an effort to do our best. Regarding the matter of demand peaks, we encountered something incredibly surreal that, in my opinion, went against the vast majority, namely the pandemic. I believe the pandemic was a significant challenge for everyone because it altered people's mindset. When we, as I previously mentioned, were born in the digital asset, 80% of our sales were online and 20% for distributors. When it arrived before the pandemic, we had turned the cycle. 80% was for retailers and distributors and 20% online. So we didn't have such a strong online presence. And then came the pandemic. When the pandemic hit, what happened? The stores closed, people couldn't leave their homes, and the world changed. And we had to be prepared for that moment, because you can imagine a large company like that with such a large number of employees and us having bills to pay, and thank God, I say this with pride, we honor our commitments. We don't let things slip, pay the bills, get things done, pay taxes properly, strive to do our best. And what did we start doing? Our online business has grown a lot because people are at home, taking the opportunity to change their hair color, maybe even do something different at home, and we started to have a very significant growth in online sales. Igor, how much did you grow? I'll give you an example. We used to make 100, 200 orders per day on our regular e-commerce. We started processing 3,000, 2,000 orders per day. That's because the stores closed. Everyone started ordering online. Our team, prepared for this, had to grow rapidly. Remember, we're living through a pandemic. What did we commence doing? Since we have varied units, separate factories, we initiated the process. One factory had no contact with the other, people had no contact with each other within the factory, departments had no contact with each other, and we started conducting weekly COVID tests on employees, and anyone showing any symptoms, we would immediately isolate. So we experienced an unreal growth during the pandemic, where we successfully evolved in production and growth and managed to keep up with it, ultimately resulting in 5,000 delayed orders, which was not ideal, but we had made preparations for it. So, thanks to the grace of God, we had efficient crisis management. So we had a highly skilled team, which is essential, that successfully managed to handle the tremendous wave of this unexpected growth. People come in a lot and say, Igor, I wanted to see your business plan, which is the business plan you put together. Our business plan is in our hearts, correct? I believe that this is more significant than merely being on a sheet. We have a very solid growth plan for Kamaleão, which is an expansion growth where we are consolidating in setting up the structure. We have now set up a huge structure. The new factory that we will inaugurate produces 18 tons of product per day. Can you imagine? It's a truckload of products per day so that we can serve the international market. And we began working in this global market, attending fairs in Portugal and the Bologna Fair, the largest cosmetics fair. We were in Las Vegas at the cosmetics fair. We are heading to Miami now at the beginning of the year, and we already have another fair in Italy. So we are already planning for this global growth, in addition to participating in national fairs, the main fairs that we consider, such as Brasilia, which was the fair that I committed to being there from the beginning with the best booth. Next year, I was there with the best booth. Super excited, hosting events, hairdresser on stage. And at the beauty fair, also in São Paulo, the largest cosmetics fair in Latin America takes place. Last year, we had 2 booths. This coming year, we will have 2 larger booths. So, one focused on the physical audience with shows and attractions on stage, and one for the commercial audience, there to close deals, and especially today the international demand, which thank God has grown a lot, and we've already started exporting. And one of the surprises was that we sent a stock to Amazon in the US, and it sold out in a day. So we sold all of our stock in a single day of sales. That was truly cool. How do we think about the issue of expansion? Kamaleão today is a group. We have a consolidation of companies, but Kamaleão is the mother, which has other children that will operate independently from the mother. So we created other brands. We have Vegan Pantopo, a brand that is coming on very strong, which is a body care brand, where we have our main competitor who uses raw materials of animal origin, and we only use raw materials of plant-based and vegan origin. So we bring this distinction with high quality products and competitive prices to the market. We are launching a new line now, entering the markets, called Kedaveg, which is a line focused on fruit-based products, including shampoo, conditioner, creams, moisturizers, and fruity scents. So we are also bringing this line. So we have been expanding. We are in a brand called Just One. It will be relaunched. It already existed. We bought this brand. We will relaunch it with all natural products. So it's a brand that will also stand out with its independence, its own team, its own marketing. So we understand the following. We are an industry. We produce various types of products, and some of these brands will grow, will expand, God willing, all of them, and we will be able to serve the person as a whole, right?